What's going on, guys? Just a little bit of Andy's Extras here for you. I was having a little bit of problems with the audio for the live streams, and I just, tested a few things and did it on a private stream. But I wanted to share with you guys kind of the struggle I went through to get the audio to sound a lot better. It's a little bit of a longer video, but, if you got nothing to do, it's Sunday. Alright, and I think we're live. I have the background music at 80, which is normally what I would do. Sorry. It's normally what I would do for the music, but what I have going on here is I lowered the kilobytes per second. Yeah, kbps. It was at 320 for an MP3, which is like really high. I think that's like the highest you can get for MP3. And I'm thinking the Elgato was having a hard time pushing that through and my voice. So I already, the buffer is all the way up, and I didn't really see too much of a popping. Like the popping is really, really subtle. And so the buffer is working, but I still feel like there's an issue. The internet's good. We're good on that department. I watched my live from Tuesday, and there was like one freeze. And, it's the internet. It's going to happen. I have, Xfinity cable. I don't have no fiber, whatever. So anyway, right now it's playing at, let me see here. Right now, what am I doing? Right now, it is at, because this is the second file that I'm going to try here. And it's so hard because it doesn't do it all the time. It's just random. And it's usually when I'm doing other stuff on the computer too. Like, and then the mic has an issue. I was at, okay, I'm at 128, or not now, I'm at 96. And my second file that I have and I'm going to play is at 128. And this sounds okay. Like, I hear a little bit of lostness. You can actually hear it. Because I did like a test track here. Let me just pause this for a second. I'll show you the difference here. I had a test track. Oh, where'd it go? I'm going to have to go back in and no. Well, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, convert sample here. I'll show you a very low one. This is as low as it goes. Ugh. Oh, it sounds so bad. Turn it off. It sounds so bad. Yeah, that's not putting on the desktop, so that's good. Yeah, that's 32 kilobytes per second, whatever. And the first one you heard was 35, like megabytes, whatever. But the kilobytes 32. The first one you heard was 96, and then this one is 128. I'll just play a sample of it. And I'm probably going to go with this one, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't want it to be too small of a difference, and then you're not going to be able to tell. And it's still going to pop. That sounds really good. Because before it was 320. And I think 320 and 128, I mean, with the right headphones, you can hear the difference. I was already at 320 before. You could see right there it says 320. So let me convert a sample here. So you heard that. Here's 320. I mean, I think I hear more background sounds. But again, this is background music. This is not, you know, like my intro or outro. So, you know, it's not a huge problem. But again, man, I don't know. I think I should play it safe with 128 because, I mean, that's over half. It was 117 and now it's 46. And that is the one up here. You just play that. Wait, that's 8.4. That's not it. That's the one we just did. I need 8.5. Here it is. Right here, 8.5. Let's go up a notch. This is that 128 now. The last one was 96. I can hear a little difference. That sounds better. That's not like a huge, oh my god, what did I do to my sound? Because, you know, I listen to this stuff too. You know, it gets me going. You know, and I don't want it to sound bad. 128 should be good. But either way, I want to just see if it pops and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe I can drag this around, see if I can make it do stuff. And then click, 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 click. I noticed that sometimes, like whenever I would, you know, back in the day, whenever we had like the laptop and I'd be clicking stuff, it would do it, you know. But I feel like it still did it, but it wasn't as bad, and that's the difference there. Just because, you know, it just the computer's fine. It's just the mic is like. Let's see here. What do we got? Oh, that's not even the right camera. There we go. Grey's Anatomy, me. But anyway, yeah, so hopefully that works. I don't know. What I'm going to do is just run it. You know, side note, this Living'Loud with Andy track has been with us since almost the very beginning. In the very beginning, I did have a different set of songs. But they were a little slower, I'm not gonna lie. They were more like majestic and just like chill music. And I took a few of those, and they're actually on the Rolling Thunder, which is pretty cool. So they're still going. But I took a lot of them out, and all I did was just find new songs and had to actually go through them separately and figure out which ones were copyrighted and not copyrighted. I mean, I didn't make this music. YouTube, 80s synth, and there you go. But there's a lot of different ones, and there's a lot of, to be honest, a lot of the 80s synth is just straight, like heavy kind of like metal banging on stuff, and it's just not my style. I like this stuff right here. So I had to pick out what I wanted. Then I had to throw up each individual track, because if you throw them all up, it doesn't always catch them all. It's weird. It'll like catch like one or two. And it's got to be full volume. It's not low volume like how it is on background, because that's how I get away with a lot of stuff. Like, say if I'm giving a demo to somebody, like Slamology, it's not my car. Like my music, my car, that's not going to get picked up. You know, the bass, it just distorts it, and YouTube's like, what is that? I have never heard that song before in my life. But when like the kicker guys are playing their music with their giant tower speakers, and it's clear as day, that's what will get you. And then all you guys have to do, I know not many YouTubers, or if anyone have really even see this video, because I don't want to bore you guys, but I mean, it's extra stuff. But you know, I see so many YouTubers, they'll like mute the music, you know, or they'll mute it and or they'll, yeah, that's what they'll do. They'll mute it and then put their own background music in. Meanwhile, that YouTube is not picking that up. It's just not. Or I've seen a few other ones, and you know, Jacob Viral is notorious for it. He'll slow it down, you know, and it's like, no, you don't have to do that, man. Just throw some background music on it on the parts where it picks it up. You throw it in there, you upload it, you don't publish it right away, and it'll tell you if there's any checks, and it'll tell you exactly where, and then all you have to do is, okay, it picked it up at 8 minutes and 36 seconds to 9 minutes. No problem. Let me put in some soft background music, just some chill music, some whatever. It doesn't have to really go with anything. And if people complain, just be like, listen, I want to be monetized, and I want you guys to get the most base experience that you can out of this video. And that's all you got to do, just for those certain parts, and then run it through. See if it goes, and it works, then you're good. It's not like Warner Brothers are going to be coming after us for our base videos with, you know, Shakira going. I don't know, man. It's just a little thing that I picked up on way in the beginning, and it was the Walmart video, I think it was, not the Walmart best build that I still haven't finished. The Walmart radio setup, and it popped up, and I'm like, oh, okay. So then I put some music on the background, and boom, gone. Okay, let's do it. And just like a lot of stuff, you know, figuring out with this background music and what works. And it's like, oh, the volume has to be all the way up. Okay, cool. Well, what happens if I put music over top of music? Oh, it can't recognize it. Sweet. So that's how we do it. Man, see, we already at 10 minutes. It's like I'm born to be a live streamer or something, man. I'll see you guys. First, I'm out of storage. Alright, so I have the mic adjusted with, man, a bunch of different stuff. Not task manager. Where's this at? I need this guy. Recomp X. I don't know if this will switch it on the fly, but we're gonna try. I'm at a high ratio. I just want to see if, like, the way I talk sounds the same at the high threshold. And they show it at like 2. This is 2 on the ratio of the -18 threshold. I had it at 3, but it kind of all depends what sounds good. And then I can mess with the frequency. But here, let me just show you. I'll get rid of the threshold, and then that should sound like my normal voice, nothing really adjusted because there's no ratio. Well, there's no threshold. Either way, same thing. So let me go. Well, I could go to that 8 ratio, and then I can see, you know, the dB that makes it sound pretty good without throwing my voice too far down. Like that's 18. I like that. That's where it actually gets a little bit deeper, and then I could go even deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, but I don't want to go too far down because then my voice will sound like it's coming in and out all the time, and I don't want that. So it kind of goes with threshold and ratio. I don't know. I kind of like the -18 to 3. It's not too different, and then I can do all kinds of stuff here. Like messing with this, I can make my voice sound pretty weird. See how it's like boosting right around there, and then you can change this frequency up here too. So I don't know, I could see what sounds good and rewatch this and go from there. Ooh, yeah, you know what, it almost kind of needs a little bit of that threshold right around there. That sounds pretty good, where it boosts up my actual voice a little bit too. I don't know. We'll leave it there, 18. Now this one here, if I move this up, I think it sounds a little, yeah, it sounds a little harsh, but it does sound more like my voice. So there is that. I don't know. I feel like it's just kind of doing it at a broad spectrum, since I'm putting in every frequency rather than just one alone. Maybe like 10. I like 10. I don't want it too high. And again, we're at that 2 ratio. And then the very high frequencies, maybe, yeah, see, that brings that up a little bit. But see how, like, the T's and the S's, they sound pretty loud. So maybe we can just keep that at, like, 7 or 5, 7, 6. Yeah, because you could see that little graph. My voice falls off at the higher frequencies anyway. And then you can see right here where it kind of caps off everything. And that's where that, my voice normally would be up here or here. But I have these thresholds here, and that's what it's pretty much capping my voice at. And since it's capping it there, it's making the whole signal sound deeper or whatever I want to do. So I don't know, that sounds pretty good. I don't want it to be way off my voice, but if I can make the mic sound even better, that would be cool. Awesome. Well, I'm gonna end this, and I'm gonna see how this sounds on my phone. Go from there. See you guys later. talking while this internet is low. I want to see if what's okay. I just want to see if it pops at all because my internet is kind of bad right now. But anyway, this is no VST plugins over here. Everything is off. And to be honest, my VST plugins were not even right. I didn't have any ratio on, so it wasn't doing anything. And then even when I used a different VST plugin and I had the ratios right, and I'm rewatching it, and it pops right in the beginning. And that's what I want to get rid of, is this pop. Here, just take a listen. You'll be able to hear it. Some out of storage. Alright, so that pop right there. I have some out of storage. Alright, so that pop. I'm trying to get rid of that. I don't want that pop. That pop is so annoying. And I actually, the more I'm doing this, the more it's like, okay, I don't need my gain up that high. And what I can do is have the volume on the background music a little bit lower, and then I can turn the background music up if I need to, and then, you know, have a little bit of control of everything. And rather than trying to make the microphone input louder so it's louder in my headphones, adjusting that, because that's one thing. I like having the music loud enough but not too loud. And that's the main reason why I don't like these, because the background music comes in great. It's this, my real-time, low latency voice is not loud enough on those, and it works. I've finangled it where all I do is lower the background music really low, and that's why you'll see me messing with the settings when I switch, because if I play the same music level on here, on there, I can't even hear myself think. So there's that. But if this doesn't pop, what I'm probably going to do is do away with the VTS plugins, because honestly, the only thing that I've been having working is the automatic clip guard. And well, I keep my gain log. I don't use this enhanced low cut filter. I mean, I can. It's not bad. That might make it actually sound a little bit deeper. I don't know. Yeah, it does. It makes it sound a little bit deeper. But I don't want to throw those VST plugins, because I feel like between that and everything else, I make the volume pop. See, now I sound quieter, and maybe I need to go like that right there, and then I can go up on the background music just a little bit more, which that's all I got left. And it sounds loud enough to my ears. I want to see if there's a big difference between that and the enhancement low cut filter, because when I do that, now my voice sounds a little bit tinnier, and when I put that on, it sounds a little bit deeper. So maybe I can get away with just that, and it sounds more like a production studio rather than just me in my bedroom here. So I don't know, but yes, the clip guard is very important. That's with the clip guard off, and that's with the enhancement off. I mean, I wouldn't mind not having the clip guard on, but there's some times when I'm yelling and that's going to clip. And then when I do this, it doesn't clip, at least on the register, on the dB meter there. So I don't know, either way, maybe that'll work. We'll see. I think I feel a lot better. I feel like the plugins are definitely doing something. And see, I still don't sound quite loud enough on my end. Maybe I have to turn up the gain. I have it way low now. It's on 2.5. Now it's up to 3. 3 sounds a little better, and that's still lower than I've had it. I've had it up to 3.5 to 4, and that's where I used to have it. Now I hear some background fan, and we don't want that, and I sound really loud, but that's because I have everything here turned up. So maybe we can just go 3, level 3, instead of level 3.5 or 4. And I can hear myself. I sound pretty loud, and now that that's the case, I can actually turn this down a smidge on the microphone end, and then I can go back over here and turn the background music down just a little bit, and then I can just menangle things like this. Well, you can't see what I'm doing now, but either way, you know, just messing with this, messing with that, and making everything sound good. So I don't know. This looks like it will sound good. It sounds good on my end. Like, it's actually showing me the difference here. I could go over here, and then I can still hear that. I got to go onto this and move this all the way over. And I don't know, man. We'll see. But either way, we got it working. And who knows? Maybe I'll keep it like this and my music won't pop anymore. See, that's really loud. Okay, cool. Just a little bit of finagling and Andy's extras here. So have a good weekend, everyone. I'll see you later. All right. Test 39. God. Just trying to get the gain set and everything else. Background music to sound okay. And for me to be able to hear myself. The main thing is everything keeps clicking and popping. I thought it was the internet, and I think it's just me just doing stuff on the computer and the VTS plugins that I got going on over here. It's just a bunch of... Oh, God, what am I doing? Oh, now that's all messed up, but that's okay. Anyway, it's just... Here. I can't multitask. VTSs are off. And then these... can be turned on, but I have them off right now, and then I just have the clip limiter, enhanced low cut filter. I don't know if I want that because I feel like my voice sounds a little bit more crisp that way, like it normally does, and then that one makes my voice sound a little bit deeper, which is fine, but I don't know if I like that. I think I like my actual voice there, like that, rather than deeper, where it's just I can't adjust anything. I don't know. We'll see. But besides all that, I'm just trying to get this to sound good. My gain's a lot lower than it normally is. Yeah, it's only on 3 instead of like 3.5 or 4. But either way, I think that sounds pretty good. It sounds good on my end. I don't know how it's going to sound on your end. Still need to flux that because I can't really tell on my headphones how loud my voice sounds compared to the background music. I can if I go and switch over here. But the headphones... they be lying to you. So I just kind of rewatch it on my phone. I can kind of tell because I've watched this like 5 million times, all my shows. So I don't know. I feel just like, you know, the mic is having a hard time pushing the background music and my voice. And I thought it was that and the VSTs. I've lowered the bit rate or kilobit rate of the audio, and I lowered it even more. So I can hear a little bit of a difference, but it's louder on my end than it actually is being put out on the stream. And so it's background music, so it's okay. And it's like an hour long. So it's a lot of information for it to just push out. But regardless, either way, I shouldn't be having this problem. But I always kind of heard pops with this mic, and I thought it was the laptop. And I think it's the mic. You know what? Since I do have all this up, I could probably look at my CPU. Yeah, see, my CPU is fine. CPU is totally fine. That's why I don't understand what's going on here. Ethernet, it's only sending 3 up, so that's low, which is fine. But either way, see, GPU, that's good. Everything is good, man. CPU's at 20%, and I think, yeah, I have the mic at low latency, or high latency, high buffer, so that there's less popping. There is one other thing that I could do. I could go into recomp this one. Actually, let me turn this off here. Maybe that needed to be off for sure. But I don't know. Either way, it's technically off because it's not great. But if I go into here, and I go into the recomp, oh, I'm like, why is that so big on that screen? It's on the other one. Anyway, this is how I have the recomp, and it'll be a little bit of a delay here. And I did that purposely so that there wouldn't be any pops. The attack, release, and then the ratio. And that's just for the threshold. So let me turn that on real fast. That's on. Let me take a listen here. Yeah, I can hear it's delayed, but I wonder if that still makes it pop at all. You know, I don't want to blame the VSTs, but I think they were, and then I turned them off on a previous video, and it was just popping. I'm like, okay, so it's not the VSTs. Is it the background music? I don't want to not have background music. There's no way. So I'm just going to keep lowering the resolution, and I hope that helps. I don't know. I'm having internet problems right now anyway. Internet guy's coming on again. I only have 5 megabytes download, and then my upload's fine. It's like 40. I don't know what the heck's going on. It's been like that for the past, I don't know, 18 hours. I tried resetting everything. I tried resetting from Xfinity. I tried resetting from the BIOS of the modem and the router. Nothing. I just don't understand. But that shouldn't make a difference on this with the uploading. Obviously, it's not changed. So we'll see if the audio pops at all. I don't know, man. Usually whenever I'm like clicking, I'm sliding, I'm going back, I'm going forth, you know what I mean? I'm pulling it back down. I'll get like a pop here or two, you know what I mean? And it's usually, I notice when I'm watching it, it's when I'm clicking, I'm moving. And it's like, okay, so how is that the mic? How is that the mic? But I think it's just everything. And then the computer over here, what's the CPU usage? It just went up to, man, not even like 30% doing all that. It's not the computer. It's not. I think my end goal here is to still use the Elgato Wave. If I can get rid of the popping, that would be great. I won't have to do anything. If I can't get rid of the popping, I'm gonna have to talk to Ernie or somebody of getting a mixing board, you know what I mean, and having, like I have the A10 Mini Pro here, just something for the audio mixing. One, the mic would be by itself, and then two, the audio would be by itself. I feel like I could, no, it's still using the Elgato software. I could use that other software that's built in on, here, I'll show you here. On the Voicemeeter Banana, this actually has its own thing, so that is a possibility. That could work. I use that for the headphones here, the microphone, and then, well, I could change this. But then, see, I can't change this to, like, you know, anything on the computer, unfortunately. That's the problem. It's only mics themselves. I would still have to use, like, some kind of plug-in, you know, like a CD player, and plug it into a headphone jack and sit there and play it, and then it would work. I kind of thought about all this stuff before, man. It's a pain in the butt. But, yeah, I don't know. You almost want to have just an actual mixer, just to make things happen. Let me see. Click, 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 click. See, we're only at 32%. Man, I just don't know. I don't know, man. It's not the computer, man. It's not the computer. Yeah, I don't hear it on my end. I never do. It's just, you know, post-stream. You guys tell me you don't hear anything. It's just, when you rewatch it, you hear it, and it's like, why? But why? Is it StreamYard? I don't hear it whenever I do my, it could be StreamYard. I don't hear it whenever I do my videos, ever. Like when I record and I sit here, it never pops. That's why I thought, okay, maybe it's the internet. And didn't do that. So, I mean, it still does it. So maybe it's StreamYard. Maybe StreamYard can't handle all the information that I'm feeding it, and that's why I was thinking, okay, maybe it is the background music, because it's feeding the background music and my mic. I was looking at the mic, and I think it's like 44 or 24 kilobytes per second mic, however that works. It's a lot lower than like music itself, and just the amount of information it's going through, I guess. I don't know the stuff. And the music here was at 320, so I'm thinking, okay, maybe that's just way too much. Last time I tried it, and my video still had pops in it, that was 128. Now it's at 96. I don't want to go, I can't go much lower than 96 because it's just going to sound washed out. But I shouldn't have to do that. I think it is StreamYard. I think StreamYard gets this band of internet, because that's why they say, oh, you can stream whatever and it doesn't hurt your internet, because they're the ones doing it. They're the ones taking that information and spreading it out. And I wonder if my pipe needs to be bigger with all the information that I'm flooding through it. It's just, but everybody does this stuff, but do they do background music? I don't know. I feel like some do, not everyone. A lot of people don't. All the other car audio guys don't do it. So even Kicker doesn't do it. So I can't really verify, oh, it's just me. I need to look more into it, but it's just, there's very few people to ask this stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. Oh man, we'll see. I hope this works. If this doesn't work, then not much else I can do, you know, just because this has a VST plugin, which on or off still is doing it, so it's not the VSTs itself. And this has a pre-comp right here, right here, if I adjust this, this will make my voice delay or not. Like if I turn that all the way down, that's no delay. What this does is sees the information ahead of time and then processes it, but it's only for whatever. So if I put it way up to 240, I bet you any money my voice sounds really, really far off. And then that's why I kept it at 30 milliseconds. You know, that's not a big deal. So we'll just keep it there. But I don't know, man. I've been making a lot of these videos. You haven't seen much. I might post these. I might not. One step at a time, right? Stay living loud, everyone. We're live. I'm really going to try to make this thing clip a lot. I don't know, man. I feel like it. And whenever I talk, let's see if it makes a clip there. I have on over here, this is like part 73. I have the clip limiter off. The clip guard. Just because I feel like that might be making it pop. And then I have the recomp going. And it's over here. And I have the pre-comp up. So there's a little bit of delay, so it has a little bit of time to process this stuff. And the attack and release, you know, I'm just keeping those there at just like the review, you know, of like the loudness. If you have it at 0, it's just going to be square. We don't want that. Classic attack off. I could turn it on, but it makes it sound a little bit like harsher, a little bit. And then the knee is just kind of like the Q factor, I think, if you want to say it like that. And then the threshold here. So, and you can see I'm bouncing up to like 12, around there, -6 dBs. And, you know, I feel like I talk a lot louder, maybe around here, and you can still see it's -6 dB. So, I want to see how loud that sounds, if it doesn't sound too harsh and stuff like that, with this compressor kicked in, VST in, clip guard off, because, oh my god, I have been trying this over and over. Turn the VSTs off, lowering the resolution of the audio, and it's still popping. So I'm just going back on the audio to 128 kilobytes per second, lowest that it sounds good. It sounds no different to me. I mean, it could, but it's just background music anyway. The 96 sounded a little washed out, you know what I mean? Like elevator music, just didn't sound good, bad speaker, that's what it sounded like. So maybe this helps with the clipping, I don't know. I see it within the first 2 to 3 minutes where it's just, you know, and it'll even do it when I like, not just clicking on stuff, but when I'm switching from camera to camera, I even notice it does it there, you know, so maybe it was the clip guard, you know, and everything else on top of it. And the CPU usage is totally fine. Like I showed in my other videos, I don't know if I'm going to post any of this or all of this, what I'm going to do. But either way, the CPU usage hasn't went over 30%. And nothing spikes in clips. Everything is perfectly fine. It's not the computer. Oh, you can't even see that. It's not the computer. Everything's fine. But either way, whenever I switch back and forth sometimes, or I throw up comments, and I'm rewatching this, I hear it go click, 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 click. And when I was putting a clip limiter on the microphone here, I could see that I could yell right into the mic, and it just didn't get much louder. I'm like, man, that's a lot of processing. Let me get rid of that. And then when I yell into this, it does get a lot louder. It does. And it never used to do that. But if you look over here, it shows your max output right there, -5.5. I'm still not technically clipping. I might be louder, but I'm not clipping. And, you know, I mean, that's better dynamic anyway for when I'm over here. I could turn the gain up, but I'm not going to. It's at 3. And, yeah, we're good to go. So hopefully this works. If this doesn't work, I give up. I throw in the towel. I'm done with it all. Just kidding. Never. I will never quit, man. Next step would be an audio mixer. Alright, well, we are live. This is the final time I'm going to go live on this segment here. I'm actually compiling a video to put everything together. Let's see here. Not that. This guy right here. Okay, and I already saved. Cool. Any which way. So I put together this video. I'm going to finalize everything here. But I wanted to see, you know, just one more time to see if the audio clicks. And I feel like I fixed this. This is going to be on Andy's Extras. So not many people are going to see it. But if you got an Elgato Wave and you're pushing a lot through it, don't use the clip guard. I feel like this is the problem. And the VSTs weren't to blame. And the background music quality wasn't to blame. It was the clip guard and live streaming, and it's just it's too much. But hopefully that is the case. Hopefully this doesn't pop while I'm filming this right now. But right now it's about a 30-minute video, 33. I might trim it down a little bit for the dumb parts, but get to the, you know, it's extra stuff. So just if you want to watch it, you can. If you don't want to, whatever. But yeah, I feel like this works. And the usage right there, it's up in the 60 range right now, but that's just because everything was going on with the processing. And yeah, this is open. So it's using a little bit more of the computer, which is fine. It's totally fine. And it's not spiking up to like 90 or 100. And this computer's doing its job. So either way, it's making a difference on a lot of levels here. But it was just the audio. I wanted to make sure that the audio is working and stuff along those lines. See, now we just dumped down to 22, so that's perfect. Either way, that works, and I'm going to send this over to my phone so I can just edit it real fast, just on my phone. It's just easier than sitting up here. Got some stuff to do around the house. But man, you know, God, just getting this all together. 4K downloader, go check it out. If you want to download videos from YouTube for free, works great. But yeah, man, just using the compressor here, got the little pre-comp going just so it has a little bit more time to process stuff, to tag the release, negative 18 dB, almost on the threshold, and ratio at 8. At 8. So I don't know, man. It's working. As long as it doesn't pop, that's all that matters, man. And I've just been fighting with this for, God, a while, and I thought it was the internet. I just thought it was something, you know, and I just kind of dealt with it. Didn't do it all the time, and you know, that's the reason why I'm here, you know, just checking stuff, trying things, boom 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 boom. And of course, Uncle Bobby B.
Uncle Bobby B, baby. Uncle Bobby B.
Have a good weekend, guys. Love ya. Yeah, buddy. That turn on sound, I love it. But yeah, the audio sounds good. A few more tweaks I have to do just with like the background music and stuff like that. But the main stuff is, I think it's figured out. Don't use the clip guard or any of the Elgato features when you're pumping music through. I think that was the problem. I don't know. Regardless, got it working. You know, just I want these streams to be perfect, man. You know, as perfect as I can get, just for the amount of money and time we all have invested into these streams. And I appreciate you guys watching. I know it wasn't the most interesting video, but, you know, doing this stuff, doing the live streams, you kind of got to learn how all that stuff works. And it's audio, man. You know, at the end of the day, signal, distortion, clipping, popping, all that fun stuff. I like it. I enjoy it. And it's something that I've kind of, you know, a side hobby, if you will, on the side of every other hobby that I have here. Yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you Tuesday. Stay living loud. Love you guys.